York City.
New York City.
Today is Tuesday, September 19th, and the Yankees were back in the Bronx to take on the Toronto Blue Jays as they try and play spoiler. My recap, your reactions, coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Very tough start to the homestand. Another drubbing courtesy of a division rival. And another poor offensive showing for the Yankees. It's been a couple of days, but good to see you again, even under tough circumstances. Look, we got 11 games to go. Then you can flush this season. You can rebuild the offense with some guys who can hit. You can rebuild the pitching staff with some guys who can keep the ball in the ballpark. And you can build a more fun team. Because, as Victor Epic Warrior says, the Yankees are not a fun team at the moment. And I agree 100% with that statement. They haven't been a fun team all year. We're going to shrink this comment down. We're dealing with some scaling issues there. All right, so much different story when you're playing a team that's trying to win, like the Blue Jays still are, than when you're playing the Pirates, who are long out of it. Yankees won 2 out of 3 against the Pirates. That series almost had a spring training feel to it. We had some contributions. We had Oswaldo Cabrera step up, filling in for Everson Pereira. Found out today that Everson Pereira is suffering from a strained hamstring, so he is out of the lineup indefinitely. They're hoping that he can avoid the IL, but what's the point at this point in the season? I guess you got nobody left. I mean, that's partially the point. Who can we bring up to take over for him? Look, that's big for Pereira too, because he was getting a serious look. But of the players that we've seen called up here at the end of the season, I think his issues with breaking balls have been the most concerning part to me. I think he needs a little bit more time to adjust, maybe in AAA. But they don't throw major league breaking balls in AAA. So, Major Leagues is the only place he's going to get a chance to, face that kind of pitching. But yeah, he's going to miss a lot of time over the next couple of weeks. Clark Schmidt was on the mound tonight. Obviously, a tough night for him. Served up a leadoff home run to George Springer.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
After that, he settled down for a bit. He retired 8 in a row at one point. But once again, ran out of gas in the middle of the game. 76 pitches to 100 pitches this year. The league is hitting 352 against him. So you got to make a decision here. You got to make a decision on the rotation. It's not just the offense we got to work on. We got to know, is Clark Schmidt going to be a starting pitcher next year? If he is, you got to figure out a way for him to get deeper into the game than 75 pitches. Does he slide back into the bullpen and then Mike King take over for the rotation? Now, Mike King hasn't been going very deep into the starts either, but he hasn't had as many chances. And he was a reliever for a longer amount of time. I do expect them to be in on Yamamoto. I expect them to possibly be in on Blake Snell. But this is a year where the Yankees are going to have to do some work in the winter, so I do expect it to be kind of a fun winter. The Yankees actually got off to a solid start offensively tonight. You wouldn't know it by looking at the score. Judge ripped one into the left field corner, and then Torres doubled into the right field gap to tie it up. But then the offense went quiet. Yankees did not score again the entire evening. Oswald Peraza was at third base. I thought he made an outstanding play to rob Varsho of a base hit in the second. And then to top it off, threw a laser beam over to first base. I think he's got the best arm of any of the infielders. I don't think that's really much of a debate at this point, but he did throw a couple of balls in the dirt tonight. So he's got the arm strength. It's just about harnessing it from third base. It's about getting used to throwing on the run from different angles and different distances than he's had to deal with at shortstop. Now, the good news is that's something you can fix in an off season or in a couple of months out of position. And that's why a lot of us felt, myself included, that he should have been playing third base in AAA while we waited for Josh Donaldson to inevitably get DFA'd. It's weird. It's, we see things coming 10 miles down the road, and the Yankees wait until they're at that bridge to cross it. That's just the way they do business. Hopefully that's something that gets audited when Steinbrenner brings in this company that evaluates everything. And hopefully they say, hey, let's strategically get some of our guys ready in the minor leagues so that way when they get to the major leagues, they're already at their position. They're comfortable. Oswaldo Cabrera came up as a shortstop, but he's been playing right field, left field, third base. Look, there's nothing wrong with a guy being a utility player, but get him used to doing that in the minor leagues. And I know he did move around a little bit, but just in general, Peraza should have been at third base. Sweeney should be somewhere other than shortstop. Just the way I feel. Jay's got another run off of Clark Schmidt in the top of the fourth, and then two more on a Bo Bichette home run in the fifth. Schmidt was done after 5 innings, 4 hits allowed, 4 runs, 2 walks, just 1 strikeout. ERA on the season sits at 4.65. Not horrible, but not very good either. And when this guy is consistently not getting you deep into games, I just think you have to, maybe think about putting him back into the middle relief role next season. I know he's got a great spin rate. I don't give a shit about his spin rate. I give a shit about going, 4 decent innings and having a 4.7 ERA. That's what I care about. Forget his spin rate. Results. Yanks put 2 men on in the bottom of the 6th inning, and it looked for an all too brief moment like they were going to get a rally going, but Giancarlo Stanton, my God. Bounced the ball, or he bounced into a double play, took a nice casual jog to first base. Now, I've said before, and I'll say it again, he's the only guy that I'm okay with him not sprinting because I know his hamstrings will snap. And I don't blame him not wanting to ruin his winter rehabbing, a couple of snapped hamstrings. But man, it's tough to watch. It's like watching my old ass dog try and climb the stairs. It's tough to watch, man. He moves so slowly that he could really be an extra in one of those George Romero zombie movies. Like the slow zombies that, that's Giancarlo. Giancarlo the zombie. Top 7, Springer smoked a base hit to left field. IKF cut it off and made a great throw to nail him at second base. Look, I'm still not in love with IKF as an outfielder, but I will say this. He's got one of the quickest releases of any outfielder that I've seen this year. I mean, it hits his glove and it's gone. Blue Jays tacked on 3 runs in the 9th, 2-run home run from Alejandro Kirk, and then Giancarlo banged into another double play to end the game in slow motion. And thank God there's only 11 games left in this season.
I'm a loser. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Anthony Garcia says Stanton Stein. That's pretty good.
Bing.
So it's going to be interesting to see what this so-called audit changes with the Yankees. But I do think that we're going to have kind of a fast-moving offseason because there's so much to do. We're going to know within the first week whether or not Aaron Boone is coming back, whether or not Brian Cashman's coming back. I don't think they're going to get rid of Cashman, although I think that Cashman and his cronies, Fishman and, a few of the other people that we don't probably know the name of, the analytics department, they're playing an outdated game. They've got a lineup that's stacked with, right-handed hitting mostly, or at least coming into the season it was, and unathletic people. It's time to really take a look at, how you can get this roster more balanced, more contact, more actual results. I don't want to hear about expected batting average. And if this launch angle at this exit velocity at Yankee Stadium will do X, or in theory it should. I want results. Let's get somebody in here who can play some fucking baseball. Is that too hard to ask? We're the New York Yankees. We're not the Washington Nationals. We're not the Miami Marlins. This is supposed to be the creme de la creme of Major League Baseball, of professional baseball on this planet, and by definition and extension, in the known universe. And it's crap. Steve-O says, audit results, your hitting sucks.
Excellent.
Look, hey, Samantha says an audit like the one in Office Space. What exactly is it you say you do here, Giancarlo? I love it. I work with people, damn it. I'm a good people person. Oh man, that is a great movie. I haven't seen Office Space in a long time, but that movie, even more so than The Office TV show, I think captures cubicle life. I worked in a cubicle for many, many years, and now I'm in this home office, and I've got pretty much a self-constructed cubicle. It's bigger than any. It's more of a rectangle, honestly. It's more of like a galley, but it's weird. We're humans. We build little tiny boxes, and then put little boxes inside those boxes, and then go sit in them, and then we make fun of our cats because we open the Amazon box and the cat jumps in. Strange. NES, the baseball guy, says ball players don't grow on a spreadsheet. NES baseball was fantastic. I don't know what games you played. RBI baseball is a part of the intro, that little jingle, that there was a game that I played called Bad News Baseball, where if somebody made an error or ran into a wall or whatever, they would literally fall down and be unconscious, and there'd be little birdies flying around their head while the other team circled the bases. I also played, there was a game called Little League Baseball, which is essentially one of the more fun games I've ever played, and it's still a good play today, where you pick a team, any team either in the country or different countries, and you enter the Little League tournament, and it's 6-inning games. They're fast, they're fun, they were hard, they played good baseball, good physics for a 1988 game or whatever it was, but NES baseball, love it. So, it's going to be a long and probably a wild road this offseason. Let's take a look at the box score for tonight before we talk about it. Brought to you by Game Time. Had a few people let me know that they're using the Game Time app, and if you have used it or plan to use it, please let me know in the chat. Be good for the sponsor to see. Number 1, fastest growing ticket app in the world. Download the Game Time app to your phone or other smart device. Get your last minute tickets to all your favorite types of events. I got tickets to A Christmas Carol, which is it's a play that's, Dickens play. You've seen it. The Jerry Seinfeld. We went and saw, who else did we see? Tom Segura. So we've seen some, comedy, and I'm planning to go to some Carolina Hurricanes games. I got some Yankee tickets going Friday night. Use the code NYY Recaps for $20 off your first purchase. Game Time, lowest price on last minute tickets guaranteed. As you can see, just hit 6 hits for the Yankees again tonight. I'm getting real tired of that. Pretty much last in the league in hits. I think we're either tied with Oakland or slightly behind Oakland, which is pathetic because Oakland is trying to lose. Oakland is actively trying to lose. They traded away everybody, and they want to run attendance down so that they can go to Las Vegas. And we're somehow worse or just as bad. Unreal. That's baseball, Susan. Somehow. Look at that cannon from Peraza, though. Let's take a look at this throw. Goes to his side. You see the spin pivot. Throws a nice, good four-seamer. A little low. Nice pick on the back end from DJ LeMahieu. Varsho has not had a great year, hitting .220. He was somebody that the Blue Jays traded for that I thought was going to be a monster this year. .220, .286 on-base percentage, 17 home runs. He's one of those guys that the analytics predicted were going to be a monster. Last year, he hit 27 home runs. Only hit .235, but you figure he was going to get better as he got a little bit older. He is, let's see, how old is he? He's 27, so he should be in his prime, but he's having a down year. Anyway, Ton Tao says, Stanton loves the double play. I don't think he loves it. I think that if he hits a baseball with a runner on first base, and anyone in the ballpark fields it, including the left fielder, you might have a shot at a double play. He's that slow. And what's sad is he's got 4 years on his contract remaining. I don't think there's any chance in hell he finishes those 4 years. The next 2 years, the Yankees owe him a lot of money. I think that they're going to try and milk every last little bit of baseball that they can get out of him over these next couple of years. Next year, I think you're going to see him DH a lot more. He's played the outfield a little bit this year, but he just cannot move. Cannot move. NES says, roof was open, so killed the Yankees' hopes. Obviously a throwback to last year's playoff performance and the excuses from this team. Varsho, they're saying best center fielder in baseball and defense, always hustles. Yeah, I mean, sure, he hustles, but I think everybody thought he was going to hit a lot more than he does. Alejandro Kirk, somebody that kills the Yankees. He's just such a strange-shaped human being. 5'8", 245. Hitting 250, 7 home runs. Just always seems to kill the Yankees, though. Bichette also kills the Yankees. How many times have we seen him walk off the Yankees? At least 3 or 4 times. Hitting 304, 19 home runs, 67 RBIs. Good player. Just 25 years old. He's going to get better. So, Blue Jays have a lot of players to be excited about, but as of right now, I think they're on the outside looking in for a playoff spot as well. I don't have the wild card standings in front of me. Let me take a look at the wild card standings. But I think it's fair to say that even though the Yankees are not mathematically eliminated, they're functionally eliminated. There's just no way. So Toronto right now, yeah, they are a wild card team. They're a game and a half up over Seattle. I do think Seattle's going to make the playoffs. They've got great pitching, and if they get to the postseason, they can do some damage. Matter of fact, I made my World Series prediction today. I think it's going to be Seattle and the Braves. So, Marcus says, Oakland has 13 fewer hits than us. Oh, all right. Throw a fucking party.
Game over, man. Game over. I gotta get out of here.
Lori C says it's been over for a long time. I think the season ended when the Yankees had that tough series in Colorado after the All-Star break.
You gotta go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tough night for the Yanks. Got recap tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I will be at Yankee Stadium on Friday, and if it doesn't rain, on Saturday. So hope to see you there. Say hi, and it'll be a good time. Hopefully, Yankees will maybe get more than 5 hits. We'll see. All right, I'll see you next time, guys.
Ball game over.
Most impressive.